Dive into the fascinating world of Viking trade ships, where master craftsmen built vessels that revolutionized medieval commerce. From the icy waters of the Baltic Sea to bustling ports, discover how these remarkable ships shaped history and connected cultures. Let's explore how Viking shipwrights turned simple boats into maritime masterpieces. These skilled craftsmen started with a revolutionary technique called clinker-built construction, where wooden planks overlapped like fish scales. This method made ships both lighter and stronger than their European counterparts. The design began with the keel, a massive oak timber that formed the ship's backbone. Craftsmen carefully selected each plank, using axes and special tools to shape them perfectly. They joined these planks with iron rivets and sealed the gaps with tarred wool or animal hair, creating a flexible hull that could handle rough seas. This innovative design allowed Viking trading ships to carry heavy cargo while still being fast and seaworthy. Life aboard a Viking trading vessel was a well-organized operation where every crew member played a vital role. The captain, known as the styrimada, made key decisions about navigation and trade routes. Sailors worked in shifts, with some manning the oars while others handled the square sail or kept watch. The crew shared daily tasks like bailing water, preparing meals, and maintaining cargo. They slept on deck or between cargo spaces, using wool blankets and fur for warmth. Meals typically consisted of dried fish, bread, and porridge, with water stored in wooden barrels. Despite the challenging conditions, these sailors developed strong bonds and efficient routines that kept their valuable cargo safe and their ship running smoothly. The Baltic Sea was like a Viking superhighway, connecting Scandinavia to wealthy trading partners in the east. Ships would depart from bustling ports like Hedeby and Birka, loaded with valuable Nordic goods, furs, amber, and iron tools. These vessels followed well-established routes across the Baltic, stopping at trading posts along modern-day Estonia and Latvia. The most profitable destination was the mighty city of Novgorod in Russia, where Vikings traded their cargo for exotic items like silk, spices, and silver coins. These journeys weren't just about commerce, they created lasting cultural connections and established new settlements. The Baltic route was so successful that it remained active for centuries, helping Viking merchants build vast trading networks that stretched from Iceland to Constantinople. Let's unpack the valuable goods that filled Viking merchant ships. Their cargo holds were treasure troves of medieval commerce, carrying everything from luxurious furs to gleaming silver. Northern furs were especially prized. Fox, marten, and beaver pelts commanded high prices in distant markets. Baltic amber, often called Nordic gold, was another key export, along with iron weapons, wool textiles, and walrus ivory. On return voyages, merchants brought back exotic goods that Scandinavians craved: Arabic silver coins, Byzantine silks, spices from the east, and fine pottery. They also traded in everyday items like honey, wax, and salt. These goods weren't just merchandise, they were the building blocks of Viking wealth and influence across medieval Europe. Let's uncover the clever ways Vikings navigated the challenging Baltic waters. These skilled sailors used a combination of natural signs and simple tools to stay on course. They relied heavily on the position of the sun, watching its path across the sky and using a simple sun compass to determine direction. When clouds rolled in, they'd look for other clues: the flight patterns of birds, the direction of waves, and even the color of the water. Viking navigators also created detailed mental maps, memorizing landmarks like distinctive cliffs, islands, and shallow areas. They passed this knowledge down through generations, often in the form of stories and rhymes that described safe passages and dangerous spots. At night, the North Star became their most trusted guide, helping them maintain their bearing across the dark waters. Now let's dive into some incredible underwater discoveries that revolutionized our knowledge of Viking trade. The Roskilde ships, found in Denmark's Roskilde Fjord, gave us amazing insights into medieval maritime commerce. These perfectly preserved vessels showed us exactly how Vikings transported their goods, with specialized cargo holds and clever storage solutions. Another game-changing discovery was the Skuldelev ships. 5 different vessels that revealed the full range of Viking ship designs. The most exciting was Skuldelev 1, a massive ocean-going cargo ship that could carry up to 24 tons of goods. Each wreck contained fascinating cargo, from barrels of fish and fur to exotic treasures from distant lands. These underwater time capsules helped archaeologists piece together the complex trading networks that Vikings created across medieval Europe. Let's explore the bustling trading ports where Viking merchants conducted their business. Major hubs like Hedeby in modern-day Germany and Birka in Sweden were the beating hearts of Viking commerce. These ports featured wooden docks stretching into deep water, allowing large cargo ships to unload directly onto the wharves. Merchants set up shop in wooden stalls, creating lively marketplaces where goods from across Europe changed hands. Each port had its own specialties. Hedeby was famous for its amber trade, while Birka was known for exotic eastern goods. Warehouses lined the shoreline, protecting valuable cargo from the elements, while local craftsmen worked nearby, repairing ships and creating goods for trade. These ports weren't just commercial centers, they were melting pots where different cultures and languages mixed freely. The Baltic Sea's harsh weather posed constant challenges for Viking traders, but they developed smart strategies to handle these threats. During winter months, thick ice could trap ships, so merchants carefully timed their voyages using generations of weather knowledge. When storms approached, experienced captains could spot early warning signs, certain cloud patterns, changes in wind direction, or unusual bird behavior. They'd seek shelter in protected bays or behind islands, using their shallow draft ships to access places larger vessels couldn't reach. The flexible hull design of their ships proved crucial, allowing them to ride out rough waves rather than fight against them. Crews also carried repair materials like spare planks and tar, ready to fix any damage from ice or storms. Let's look at the essential tools that made Viking trade voyages possible. Every merchant ship carried a specific set of equipment crucial for successful trading. The most important was the bismar, a portable weighing scale that helped merchants make fair deals in any port. They also carried special measuring rods for cloth and leather, and counting boards for calculating prices. Navigation tools included sun compasses and sounding leads to check water depth. For cargo handling, ships had wooden cranes, rope pulleys, and strong nets. Merchants kept their valuable goods in wooden chests with sturdy locks, while recording transactions using rune sticks, wooden tablets marked with special symbols. They also carried repair tools like axes, hammers, and shipbuilding equipment for emergency fixes at sea. Let's explore how modern underwater archaeology is unlocking the secrets of Viking trade networks. Advanced sonar technology helps archaeologists locate shipwrecks on the seafloor, while careful excavation reveals incredibly preserved artifacts. Recent discoveries include trading weights, coins from distant lands, and cargo that proves Vikings traveled even further than we thought. DNA analysis of preserved wood tells us where ships were built, while studies of cargo remains show what goods were being transported. Some of the most exciting finds are personal items, merchants' tools, gaming pieces, and even clothes that paint a vivid picture of life aboard these trading vessels. Each discovery adds another piece to the puzzle of Viking maritime trade. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Viking maritime trade. If you enjoyed learning about these incredible ships and traders, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with fellow history enthusiasts. See you in our next historical adventure.